An Indian's Journal, Autumn. We have a lot of food. We have lots of corn. Every day I gather more beans. We're drying the big gourds to save for winter. My father got salt from a salt spring, and we are using it to dry the meat. Soon we will move to our winter camp. I search for nuts and berries from the forest. Sometimes I eat them when I find them, but I bring most of them home. Winter. We saw deer and raccoons and knew this would be a good place for hunting. Therefore, we set up a wigwam, which we made from the branches of trees. We stuck one end in the ground and then tied them together in the middle. We left a gap for smoke from the fire to get out. We pasted bark on the outside of the wigwam to keep the inside warm. Today it is cold and it just snowed. My father says it's a good day to track for elk. He will be able to see the tracks in the snow, so he will soon go to hunt. My mother says that afterwards we will have lots of food, but also plenty of work. If we don't have enough food in this place, we may have to move our camp to another camp with more animals. Okay. Highlight the context clues to help you understand what a wigwam is. So I'm going to go and find where it says wigwam. It says, therefore, we set up a wigwam, which we made from the branches of trees. So I think that a wigwam is like a home. Is this a first-hand or second-hand account? Okay, so first-hand means that it's the person speaking. Second-hand means that they're talking about you. So this is a first-hand account. Okay, how is it first-hand? Well, I see the words we, I, so we know they're talking about themselves. So we and I let us know the writer is talking about themselves. What evidence did the author give to show the differences in autumn and winter? They have lots of food in autumn and in winter, Mother says. If they don't have enough food, they may have to find another camp. I remember talking about that. In autumn, they search for nuts and berries, and in winter, they search for elk. Yes. In the autumn, the move to the winter camp. In the winter, they moved to a spring camp. It did not talk about anything about a spring camp. Winter brings plenty of animals, and spring is time for eating berries. It did not even talk about spring. So let's see if it's between A and B. So it says they have lots of food in autumn. So it says we have lots of corn. And in winter, they don't have enough to eat. They might have to find another camp. If we don't have enough, we might have to move to another camp. So that's correct. In autumn, they search for nuts and berries. Let's see. I search for nuts and berries. And in the winter, they search for elk. Let's see. My father says it is a good day to track elk. So these are both correct. So A and B are the correct answers. What is the effect of placing bark on the outside of the wigwam? So what happens because of this? So let's see. Let's go back to where it talks about the wigwam. We stuck out the end of the ground together. We left a gap for the smoke from the fire. We pasted, so I'm going to highlight because this is our evidence. We pasted bark on the outside of the wigwam to keep the inside warm. So it helps to keep the wigwam warm. Okay, and notice how I looked back in the text for evidence. Look back in the text for evidence. Why is it a good day to track elk? So this is an inference, what we know and what we see to make a guess. Why is it a good day to track elk? Well, let's see. We will be able to see the tracks in the snow. So I'm going to highlight that in pink. So the tracks are the footprints. So why is it a good day to track the elk? They can see the footprints. And by seeing the footprints, it allows the people to see where the elk are so they know where to hunt them.